Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma. Before we start, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making time to learn English, even when life is busy. Thank you for not giving up on yourself, because I know life is demanding right now. You have work, you have responsibilities, you have things to do, but you're still here, still learning, still growing, and that takes commitment. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time someone asked you, how do you balance work and life? Or what do you do to recharge? Or how do you take care of yourself? These are real questions that adults ask each other. In coffee shops, at networking events, during lunch breaks in New York, London, Toronto, Sydney, Singapore, everywhere in the world, professionals are having these conversations. But here's the problem. Most English learners can say, I like reading, or I enjoy cooking. Simple, safe, short. But they can't talk about why they do it, how it helps them, why it matters in their busy life. So when someone asks a deeper question, like, how do you unwind after work? They freeze. They want to say, I go for walks because it helps me clear my mind after stressful days at the office. But what comes out is, I walk, and then awkward silence. The conversation doesn't go anywhere, and you work away feeling frustrated because you had so much more to say. Here's the truth. Talking about hobbies is for children. Adults don't just list activities. We talk about balance. We talk about recharging. We talk about mental health. We talk about how we fit moments of peace into our busy lives. And that's the conversation that builds real connections. That's the conversation where someone says, oh my God, I totally feel the same way. That's where friendships begin. That's where professional relationships deepen. Today, I'm teaching you 35 phrases that working professionals use every day to talk about their free time, their balance, and their well-being. Not textbook English. Not hobby vocabulary from a language course. Real phrases about work-life balance, mental health, and self-care. By the end of this video, you will talk about your free time like a professional adult. Express why certain activities matter to your well-being. Connect with people over the shared experience of balancing busy lives. This is English for the real world. This is English for people who work hard and need to find balance. This is English for you. Are you ready? Let's begin. Talking about free time and balance. Shadowing. Category 1. Talking about your free time. I usually spend my weekends relaxing at home. I'll usually spend my weekends relaxing at home. I usually spend my weekends relaxing at home. In my free time, I like to catch up on sleep. In my free time, I like to catch up on sleep. In my free time, I like to catch up on sleep. I try to make time for myself on weekends. I try to make time for myself on weekends. I try to make time for myself on weekends. I don't have much free time, but when I do, I read. I don't have much free time, but when I do, I read. I don't have much free time, but when I do, I read. I spend my evenings unwinding after work. I spend my evenings unwinding after work. I spend my evenings unwinding after work. Category 2. Explaining why you do it. It helps me relax. It helps me relax. It helps me relax. It helps me clear my mind. It helps me clear my mind. It helps me clear my mind. I do it to recharge. I do it to recharge. I do it to recharge. It's my way of taking care of myself. It's my way of taking care of myself. It's my way of taking care of myself. It helps me balance work and life. It helps me balance work and life. It helps me balance work and life. Category 3. Describing your routine. I try to go for a walk every evening. I try to go for a walk every evening. I try to go for a walk every evening. I set aside time each week for this. I set aside time each week for this. I set aside time each week for this. I make it a priority to do this. I make it a priority to do this. I make it a priority to do this. I've been doing this regularly for a few years. I've been doing this regularly for a few years. I've been doing this regularly for a few years. It's become part of my routine. It's become part of my routine. It's become part of my routine. Category 4. Talking about work-life balance. I need this to disconnect from work. I need this to disconnect from work. I need this to disconnect from work. It's important for my mental health. It's important for my mental health. It's important for my mental health. It gives me something to look forward to. It gives me something to look forward to. It gives me something to look forward to. It helps me stay balanced. It helps me stay balanced. It helps me stay balanced. I feel recharged after doing this. I feel recharged after doing this. I feel recharged after doing this. Category 5. Being realistic about time. I wish I had more time for this. I wish I had more time for this. I wish I had more time for this. I try to fit it in when I can. I try to fit it in when I can. I try to fit it in when I can. I'm working on making more time for it. I'm working on making more time for it. I'm working on making more time for it. Life gets busy, but I try. Life gets busy, but I try. Life gets busy, but I try. I do it whenever I get the chance. I do it whenever I get the chance. I do it whenever I get the chance. Category 6. Describing how it makes you feel. It's my escape from daily stress. It's my escape from daily stress. It's my escape from daily stress. I completely lose track of time when I'm doing it. I completely lose track of time when I'm doing it. I completely lose track of time when I'm doing it. It puts me in a better mood. It puts me in a better mood. It puts me in a better mood. I feel like myself when I'm doing this. I feel like myself when I'm doing this. I feel like myself when I'm doing this. It's the highlight of my week. It's the highlight of my week. It's the highlight of my week. Category 7. The social aspect. I do this alone to recharge. I do this alone to recharge. I do this alone to recharge. I catch up with friends while doing this. I catch up with friends while doing this. I catch up with friends while doing this. It's my quality time with family. It's my quality time with family. It's my quality time with family. I prefer doing this solo. I prefer doing this solo. I prefer doing this solo. It's how I stay connected with people. It's how I stay connected with people. It's how I stay connected with people. Perfect! You just practiced 35 phrases for talking about your free time and balance. Now let me show you how to use them in a real professional conversation. Real life example. Sarah talks about work-life balance. Meet Sarah. She's 32 years old. She works as a project manager at a consulting firm. Her job is demanding. She works long hours. She's often stressed, but she's learned how to create balance in her life. Today, she's at a professional networking event. She meets someone named David who works in a similar field. They start talking about how they manage their busy lives. Listen carefully. You'll hear Sarah use many phrases. From today's lesson, dialogue, professional conversation about balance.
Hi, I'm David. I work in marketing. Nice to meet you.
Hi, David. I'm Sarah. I'm a project manager. Nice to meet you too.
So, how's work treating you? Are you busy these days?
Oh, always. My schedule is packed, but I've learned that I need to make time for myself or I burn out. What about you?
Same here. I feel like I'm always working. How do you balance everything?
Well, I try to make time for myself on weekends. I usually spend my weekends doing things that help me recharge.
Like what? I need ideas because honestly, I just work and sleep these days.
I totally get that. For me, I spend my evenings unwinding after work. I try to go for a walk every evening, even if it's just 20 minutes.
Does that actually help?
It really does. It helps me clear my mind. After a day of meetings and emails, I need that time to disconnect from work.
I should try that. What else do you do?
I also set aside time each week for yoga. I've been doing this regularly for a few years. It's become part of my routine.
That's impressive. I keep saying I'll start exercising, but I never do.
I understand. Life gets busy, but I try. I make it a priority to do this because it's important for my mental health.
You're right. So I think I just need to schedule it like a meeting.
Exactly. That's what I do. I treat it like an important appointment. I need this to disconnect from work. Otherwise, I'm thinking about projects 24/7.
So true. Do you do these things alone or with other people?
It depends. I do yoga alone to recharge. But on weekends, I catch up with friends. I try to fit it in when I can. Sometimes we go for brunch or just have coffee.
That sounds balanced. I feel like I've forgotten how to relax.
I've been there. A few years ago, I was working 12-hour days and didn't have any free time. I was exhausted all the time.
What changed?
I realized that I was burning out. So I started small. I wish I had more time for hobbies, but even 30 minutes a day makes a difference.
What do you do in those 30 minutes?
Sometimes I read. Sometimes I just sit outside with my coffee. I don't have much free time, but when I do, I try to be present and not think about work.
That's a good reminder. How does it make you feel?
Honestly, it puts me in a better mood. I feel recharged after doing this. It gives me something to look forward to during busy weeks.
I need to start doing this. Any tips?
Start with something small. I do things whenever I get the chance. Even 15 minutes counts. It's my way of taking care of myself.
This conversation is exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Of course. We all need to remember that work is important, but so is our well-being. Excellent. Did you hear till Sarah talked about balance and self-care? Let me show you what made her sound like a thoughtful professional. First, she was honest about the struggle. She didn't pretend life is perfect. She said, life gets busy, and I wish I had more time. This makes her relatable and real. Second, she explained why things matter. She didn't just say, I do yoga. She said, it's important for my mental health, and I need this to disconnect from work. This shows she's thoughtful about her choices. Third, she gave practical advice. She shared specific things, walking 20 minutes, treating self-care like a meeting. This makes the conversation valuable, not just small talk. And here's what you need to remember. Sarah used simple phrases from today's lesson. She didn't use complicated vocabulary. She just spoke honestly about her experience, and that's exactly what you can do. Now, let me show you a simple way to answer when someone asks about your free time. How to answer. How do you balance work and life? Simple 3-step formula. Here's an easy formula for answering questions about your free time. Step 1. Acknowledge reality. Be honest about your schedule. Examples: I don't have much free time, but life gets busy, but I try to. I'm working on making more time for. Step 2. Share what you do. Say one or two specific things. Examples: I try to go for a walk every evening. I set aside time each week for reading. I spend my weekends with family. Step 3. Explain why it matters. Share the benefit or feeling. Examples: it helps me clear my mind. Or it's important for my mental health. I feel recharged after doing this. That's it. 3 simple steps. Let me show you. Complete examples. Example 1. Walking. I don't have much free time, but I try to go for a walk every evening. It helps me clear my mind after a long day at work. I feel recharged after doing this. Example 2. Reading. Life gets busy, but I try to make time for reading. I usually spend my evenings with a book. It's my escape from daily stress. Example 3. Exercise. I'm working on making more time for exercise. I try to fit in a workout when I can, usually in the morning. It puts me in a better mood for the whole day. Example 4. Solo time. I need time alone to recharge. I spend my evenings at home just relaxing and doing nothing. I do this to disconnect from work and clear my mind. See? Simple, honest, professional. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need these 3 parts. Acknowledge reality, share what you do, explain why it matters. Now you try. Think about how you spend your free time. What do you do? Why does it matter to you? How does it help you balance your life? Practice saying it out loud using the 3-step formula. Pause the video and try it now. Good job! Did you acknowledge your reality? Did you share a specific activity? Did you explain why it matters? If yes, excellent! You just talked about your free time like a professional. Is not, try again. Remember, honesty and simplicity are key. I want to talk directly to everyone watching this who feels overwhelmed by life right now. Maybe you're working long hours and barely have time to sleep. Maybe you feel guilty taking time for yourself. Maybe you think self-care is selfish or indulgent. Maybe you're so busy that you forgot what you even enjoy doing. I want you to know something important. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot do your best work if you're exhausted. You cannot build a good life if you never enjoy it. And learning to talk about this in English, that's not just about language. That's about giving yourself permission to prioritize your well-being. When you can say, I need this to disconnect from work. This is important for my mental health. I make it a priority to take care of myself. You're not just speaking English. You're standing up for your own needs. You're setting boundaries. You're choosing balance. And that's powerful. Today, you learned 35 phrases, but more than that, you learned that it's okay to admit you don't have much free time, talk about what helps you recharge, prioritize activities that make you feel like yourself. These conversations matter. They remind us we're not alone in this struggle. They give us permission to slow down. They help us connect with others who understand. So the next time someone asks, how do you balance work and life? Don't just say, I'm busy. Say, life gets busy, but I try to make time for walks. It helps me clear my mind. It's my way of taking care of myself. Say it with confidence. Say it without guilt. Say it like you mean it, because you do mean it, and your well-being matters. Now it's your turn to practice and connect with this community. In the comments, I want you to answer this question. What do you do to recharge after a busy day or week? Use the 3-step formula. Write it in English, even if it's just 2 or 3 sentences, even if it's not perfect. Share how you take care of yourself. I read every comment, and I'll reply to as many as I can. This is your safe space to practice and share. Also, like this video if you feel more confident talking about work-life balance now. Share it with colleagues or friends who are learning English. Subscribe to the channel so you get more lessons that help you speak English in real professional situations. And remember, your well-being is not a luxury. It's a necessity. You deserve time to recharge. You deserve activities that make you feel good. You deserve to talk about this without guilt. And now you have the English to express it. I'm Emma from Speak English Daily. Thank you for being here. Thank you for prioritizing yourself by learning English. Thank you for being part of this community. Let's make 2026 the year we all find better balance. I believe in you. Take care of yourself, everyone. And remember, balance is not about perfect schedules. It's about making small moments count. Bye.